Okay, so I'd like to thank you for coming back and joining us for a second session of how I brought 1,500 prospects into my list using the attraction marketing formula. So, just to recap, last discussion we had about how to drive or how to create a funnel. And you could do it two ways. You could do it the hard way, which was basically creating everything on your own and finding building a product out, which is very viable. You can certainly do that, but it's going to take some time. But if you're new, there's the easy way, which is find a proven system and use the couple tools that I recommended. So with that, during that time, I talked about branding, and I wanted to do a little section on branding because I feel it's very important. All right, so what is branding? According to the American Marketing Association, it defines a brand as a name, term, sign, symbol, or design, or a combination of them intended to identify the goods and services of one seller. And I'm going to stop right there because that's pretty much what we're talking about when it comes to us, right? One seller. When you take your generic opt-in page like we talked about yesterday and drive traffic, what you're doing is you're building the brand of that affiliate marketer. You're building the brand of that person. So that's why I said it's best to create your own opt-in page and then drive traffic to that so that you start building your brand, okay? And why is this important as an internet marketer? Well, a brand is, when you start to do this, you start to build your brand as an expert in the field that you're working, okay? And you may say, well, Brian, I don't know anything right now. I'm just starting. And I would agree that, starting out it is difficult. However, you have a leg up on most people because you're taking initiative and you're learning and building stuff. And, you just need to think about it. And we'll get into that in the next slide. But it's also the relationship, okay? It starts the buying process for your prospect through the relationship. So by branding yourself, people will feel and trust you more in your community. And what I mean by community, I mean is your list. Your list is becoming your community now, okay? And it makes you identifiable. So if you're on the internet searching or somebody's searching for information about, let's say you created a video on web design, because that's what you do. If you took a video of that and put it up and somebody's searching for it and they come across your video and sees your face, they would, and they're part of your list, they would be more likely to listen to you because they have that relationship and you've identified who you are. So, and finally, again, it begins the dialogue with your prospect. So, how does one brand themselves? Well, you could start by creating an ebook on a topic, and again, just think about what I said about things that you're familiar with and what you've been working on. Take a course that you've worked through and do a review on it. Okay, and that goes for the same thing with creating a video series. If there's something on how to drive Facebook traffic that you did a whole course on and you're knowledgeable in it, create a little mini series, and then at the end talk about the program that you took and get affiliate sales from it. You could do a webinar, okay, on the product or the affiliate that you're working with. Okay, that's starting to create you as a expert in that field, so people will be more likely to trust you. And you could also add your bonuses at the end to, your own bonuses to build out your brand. And then finally, also the two things remaining, you could add pictures to your email and your contact information. We're in a business where we sit behind our computers, but this is a great way to start building your relationship with your prospects, and they'll feel comfortable reaching out to you and Skyping you if you put your Skype information in there, or even your phone number. Okay. And then finally, your Facebook page. Your Facebook page is key because you build that up and you start gathering an audience. That's another way for you to promote, and you start becoming an expert in that field. Okay? So, here are some quick shots of how I've branded myself, and we're going to take a look at this in a few seconds. But I have, I have a form in between my opt-in and my offer. I have a little video page, and I also have my own picture and contact information down below there. I don't know if you could see it in my emails. It's just ways of people to see who I am. Okay. Now let's take a look at this real quick. Okay. So if somebody comes to my opt-in page, okay, they opt in, and this is what comes up. Okay. They get this form.
Hi.
With me, with my little Christmas tree still sitting there, which I got to edit. I got to redo a new video, but it's a form, and this form creates an open dialogue. And then here's another picture of me and my wife. So if somebody sees that picture of me, they know that I am, a coach in the field of internet marketing, right? So this is one way I begin the dialogue process. I find out more information about somebody. And then after they fill out the form, they go over to the video that I was promoting. Okay. The other way I do it, and I showed you this before, was my video on my own website. Okay. I created this video. I'm posting more and more videos every day, which will have people log in and start to, watch quick little 5-minute videos that I put up there on anything to do with building your business online. So these are just some of the ways that I'm branding myself, but there's many more. But just a couple ideas for you. So let's go back to my PowerPoint here. So the tools you'll need for branding are a cell phone, or a camera rather. You can use a cell phone, webcam, or regular camera. I use my Nikon 5100, which is, does nice HD quality photos as well as videos. But then you need video editing software like Camtasia. You can sign up for 30 days free. It's a little pricey after that, but you could, if you don't want to use it, you can use your Mac or Windows software. And then you have to get a hosting site, either YouTube or Vimeo or anything like that, where you can post your videos. And then finally, you want to get a nice looking picture. You don't want a picture that, where you're sitting there in a raggedy t-shirt and messy hair. I mean, one of the beauties of working from home is we're allowed to, look that way behind our computer. But when we're presenting ourselves for our business, we should always look, business professional. I think it goes a long way with people. Okay, so what not to do? Like I just said a few seconds ago, you want to dress for success, not like a mess. If you notice in my videos, I'll be wearing some kind of polo shirt or button-down shirt. Granted, you may you may not see it, but in some of those videos, I may be wearing shorts, but from the neck down, I'm or the waist up, I'm presentable. So just something to think in mind when you're doing your videos. You want to look professional, okay? When you're speaking into the microphone, okay, you want to project your voice, but you don't want to, be screaming into it. You don't want to be yelling and putting too much hype, because that may turn people off, okay? You can show excitement and enthusiasm if that's your personality. I know a lot of marketers out there who are all excited and happy, but when you're doing your videos, you want to be clear and not just all over the place, okay? You also want to eliminate background noise, and if you're outside shooting, make sure it's not a windy day, because you don't want distractions from your message, okay? That's the key. And then finally, be yourself. I mean, don't be somebody you're not, because if you don't portray yourself, people will start to not trust you. Like, I'm speaking from the heart. That's why sometimes I stumble. It's pretty much how I do all my presentations. I have a little flow chart, but most of it is just me talking, and maybe that's not a good thing, because I say a lot when my mind is trying to catch up to my mouth. But that's me. That's who I am. If you meet me at a mastermind or anything like that, I'm pretty much the same way. I don't go out and change who I am just to be somebody I'm not. So always be yourself, okay? So I thought this was a very poignant quote also for branding. Okay, it's not who you know that matters. It's who knows you that's important. Okay, personal branding builds your reputation to the point where you have a presence, even in your absence. So keep that in mind as you're building your brand. Okay, it is going to be there to represent you whether you're there or not. Okay, so that's going to conclude this quick video, and tomorrow we're going to talk about how you can use the attraction marketing formula as well to build your business and how you can move forward. All right, we will talk to you then. Take care.